I've sewn up the welt cord already, and I'm about to affix it to the dining seat that I upholstered yesterday. Lots of strings on there. I'll have to blow those off later. I always start attaching it to the back of the seat, since that's usually the most hidden or the least visible section of the chair. When I attach it, I want the welt cord to lay on the edge of the wood, so I use my finger to guide the welt cord along the edge of the wood. Another thing I like to do is put an initial staple, come some length, give it a slight tug, not too much, just a slight tug, and a second staple, and it'll keep it nice and straight, and then I go in and fill in the gaps. When I get to the corners, I like to trim out some of this fabric so that way I don't end up with a lump that would give me a gap in my board once it's attached to the frame. So I trim that out, put a staple in, wrap that around the corner so that way it's laying on the edge of the wood. And then again, I've got a staple there. Come to the edge of the wood, feel my welt on the edge of the wood, slight pull, staple there. And I take my thumb to make sure that that welt cord's laying on the edge of the wood, and I slide while feeling it and keeping it in place. I put my staples. And again, each corner, trim out the excess fabric so it doesn't overlap and each other, making it bulky and lumpy. Welt cord. I give one more right there. Again, pull it straight, slight pressure, not too much, because if you pull too hard, it's actually going to cause on the corner for it to pull away. So look at that. If I pull too hard, it rolls down and up. So I don't want that to happen, so just watch your corner. Just slight tug just to give it a little bit of tension so that way it self-guides itself. If you don't put that little bit of tension in there, the slack in the welt cord would make the welt cord pull forward. And if it pulls forward when it's on the edge, it'll be floppy. It'll flop around. We don't want that. We want it right on the edge of the wood so that way it's firm and secure. Again, guiding with my thumb, making sure that the welt cord's on the edge of the board. I just follow behind with my staple, filling in that stretch. Again, cut out the corner. I need to sharpen my scissors. They're a little dull. Slight pull for my stretch. It's lined up on the edge. And then guide with my thumb. Staple in place. Trim out the last corner here. There we go. I'm gonna put my staple a few inches from the end of the welt cord. That way I have room to pull it and work it into place when I close up the welt loop. So when I cut the excess off, I'm gonna cut it past the end of this one. So I'm gonna give it right about there. Open this up. You're gonna have to cut out and these previous stitches. And then what I'm going to do is lay the exposed piping next to the other one and cut it so that way they will lie flush next to each other, like that. Then I take this fabric that I cut open and I'm going to lay it in place. I want to take the raw edge and fold it inward so it's hidden, like that. I take the other piping, lay it inside that open fabric, fold the fabric over, and now the raw edge is not going to be exposed. And just staple it into place. There we go. Now we've got our piping on. And next I will be doing the black bottom for you guys.